Hello and welcome to another episode of the Just Go Watch podcast. What a treat! What a treat! A midweek episode. We never really do this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this is where this changes. So here we
Yikes.
go. Coming in your ears. We got MP, of course.
Hello, boys, all the way from North America. Let's fire this bitch up.
And Deej.
I want my bar. I'll give him my bar. I want my bar.
And of course,
Yeah,
Hatch your plan,
yeah, I'm here.
your host. Yeah, just got to get that in there.
And we are reviewing. Hello.
Yeah, I was letting you do it. I thought you were still
Hello.
going off on the thing. This week we are reviewing the Netflix French movie Under Paris.
Farewell and adieu.
No, 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 no.
Farewell and adieu, ladies of France.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Cheapy.
Did you know some Spanish? Some French? Why don't you hit us with some? What would you say if you were alarmed to see a shark?
Azútalo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what you need. There was quite a few of those in this film. So yeah, Under Paris on Netflix now. It's all in French. You can watch it with the subtitles for the original, but I was lazy and watched it dubbed because I ain't got time to read all that.
Did you
Directed by.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but some of the dubbing was kind of weird. I don't want to dive into it, but it seemed like sometimes it matched up like perfect.
Dive into it.
Yeah, dive.
Do you know what? At first, I was like, "Huh? It's in English," and then I was like, "Wait, have they redubbed someone already speaking in English?" So like, I did. It obviously was dubbed, right? But it wasn't dubbed like some of these, like I don't know, like a Chinese martial arts film with the like, "Oh yes, well, now you must die."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was expecting.
It was pretty good.
All right, Hatch, back to it. I'm sorry.
Les sous-titres
I'm
sont
just
bons.
excited.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. Directed by Xavier Jeans. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctement. With a runtime of 104 minutes, with a budget. What do you guys reckon? Now we are in Yoho, so I'm going to stop the French accent. It's terrible, and it's probably just going to start irritating because it's irritating me already. So, in euros, what is the budget now? MP, you might struggle here.
Yeah, I am going to struggle mightily.
The exchange rate, cross the one, and the divide by.
Have to do math. I can't do that. No.
Divide by an Atlantic Ocean.
I think you probably find that the dollar and the euro are probably almost 1 for 1. I think.
Oh, well, there you go then. MP, no excuses.
No excuses. All right, pressure's on.
Yep. Deej, what's your guess?
Le budget. That's a good question. Because
it's one I will need an answer for actually. Probably this time before.
Some of those
podcasts, but I don't know if you know how podcasts work, mate. Podcasts work when you've got some sort of conversation. You can't. It's not YouTube where you can have a moment of silence.
Ferme la bouche.
I know what I mean.
I'm gonna say. It can't be much more than Hitman. I know that. 10 million.
Okay.
All right.
MP?
Sure. I'll go a little higher. How about $15 million, 15 million euros, 15 million pounds, quids, yen? I don't know. 15 million somethings.
So MP is closest, which is unusual because normally you're a ratings man. This was 19.6 million euros.
Well, there we are. Where we are.
I'm good.
There we are. I'll tell you what. None of that whatsoever went on the special effects. Not a penny of it.
Yeah, it was all the money was getting all of the rubbish and scattering it in the oceans. Like we need this pollution to look really real.
Ultimate realism. Let's just dump our shit right into the ocean.
Exactly.
In the river.
So before we do go on, I know I always forget this, but MP, do you think?
Oh yes, let's do the podcaster mumbo jumbo, whatever you're listening to our show on. If you could please go rate, review, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It will help the show. We love the feedback. You can also get in touch with us on social media on Twitter and Instagram at the Just Go Watch Pod.
Lovely stuff.
Mm.
Lovely stuff. Just
Lovely
to add
stuff.
to that,
Hit us up.
we're currently rated at 4.8. We have got the odd 1 star from she whom will not be named.
She hates it.
She hates it.
She hates it. Stop spamming us. Stop spamming us with 1-star reviews, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not sexist. It's just because I say the birds, right? It does not mean we're a sexist pod. Do you understand? Like me saying, if I say blokes, doesn't mean we're from. I don't even know where this person's from that's attacking us. Like, what country are you even from? You know what I mean? So just
have a
giving
bit
us
of
1 star
cultural
for no reason.
respect. Cultural
Exactly.
respect. It goes
Yeah.
both ways.
Stop being such a moody bird, right?
Yes.
You stop being such a moody bird. I'll stop being such an antagonistic bloke. Yeah,
No,
right?
you won't.
And we
though,
can
will
just
you?
meet in the middle.
No,
I never will. I never
But
will.
yeah, if you are listening to this and you haven't rated us, it's just takes a little second. Just whack the 5 stars on. We'd really appreciate it. Let us know
Yeah,
you've
come
done
on,
it, and you'll get like a virtual high five or
Yeah.
more.
Or
if
even
you're
better,
speaking to MP.
give us the 5 stars and then message us to tell us you give us the 5 stars, and I will personally shout you out on the show. I'll personally say it.
The
Yeah,
Muad'Dij.
the Mahdi of the Pod Nation will shout you out.
Oh,
Man, what happened?
Doesn't get much bigger than that. That's worth
Yeah.
more than any kind of
Mm.
monetary prize we could possibly offer.
Exactly.
100%.
So
100.
now that that's done, the shameless plugging has finished. I'm going to talk about Under Paris. So we start the film off in the Great Pacific by a huge old garbage patch not far from Hawaii, where a group of French researchers are investigating some sharks and their behavior, and they've hunted down a previously tagged shark, which at the time of when they initially did it was about 2 meters long. But whoa! Lilith, as the shark is named, has grown exponentially and also has a little posse of sharks with her, who eventually attack the divers, killing them all. Before our main character Sophia dives in, trying to do something. I don't really know what her intent was. She gets dragged down and injured, but is now fine 3 years later, working in an aquarium. She's approached by an environmentalist who tells her that same shark is actually in the river. What's the river called, Deej? The Seine? Seine. Yeah, in that river there. What a coincidence. And Mika, this environmentalist, wants to rescue the shark. Sophia, with the help of the police, kind of just want to get rid of the shark, save it if they can. And they go to the mayor, who dismisses all their concerns. What leads up is then a number of deaths before the environmentalists try to strangely guide the shark out. Obviously, that doesn't go down well, and there's more deaths. And then the triathlon, which the mayor was keen to keep on track, goes off. The police and Sophia have a plan to deal with the sharks, but she's had a fair few babies, and they're all now going crazy. Their plan fails, and Paris is overrun with sharks, which can now breathe fresh water. And that's where the film ends. And supposedly that's where the film ends, because the credits suggests that actually these sharks managed to find themselves into the waterways of all worldwide major cities. There you go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, good.
Too
Very
bad.
How far you've come. Excellent.
A little bit of Sweet said I did the last one with not so much va-va-voom, so I tried to put a little bit more va in.
Yeah,
that.
your last one. I mean, MP fell asleep, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
did.
MP literally fell asleep.
Yeah. It happens.
So-
it happens.
There we go. That is
Yeah.
the plot to Under Paris. Deej, what's your assessment? What's your rating? And if you could try and do most of it in English, that'd be great.
I won't do it. I will do it strictly in French. I've always
Je
I always love a shark film. Always have loved a shark film. So yeah, gotta love this. Gotta love a bit of I don't know why they're obsessed with Mako sharks. Like
Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea did this, like the Mako shark. Why is it like something about great white sharks now? But I'm pretty sure, like if you look up a Mako shark, these sharks are great white sharks. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They seem to. I really don't understand why Hollywood keeps doing this. But anyway, this was much better than I expected. Much better. I mean, it had some good reviews, didn't it? So we kind of thought that it might not be absolute dog shit, but it was. It wasn't. I was picturing when I first saw it on Netflix, it was going to be one of these like sci-fi fucking like Sharknado type films. But it was all right. when it's dubbed, you always lose a little bit of something, right? Because you kind of dubbed voices just can't quite, I don't think, put the same emotion as someone saying, say it, the original person doing it. But the characters were like all right, nothing like. I mean, that girl, that young girl, I forget her name now. What was her name?
Mika.
Mika. I mean, I was fully behind her like moral standpoint of saving the world and all that stuff, right? And she's probably vegan and all that. So I was like, yeah, cool. But I mean, she was fucking annoying. She was fucking annoying, man. Like, my God in heaven. Like, seriously, you're gonna risk the lives of these people just because you're like, turn it off. You got it. They're gonna hurt the show. Like, fucking my life, man. Come on. Like, so when she died, I was a bit like, torn. She's a good person, but at the same time, I do kind of want you to die because you're annoying. So, but yeah, look, the special effects were absolutely dreadful. Well, not all of them, because the sharks themselves in the water were okay, but anytime a shark came out of the water, it was just dreadful. I was like thinking to myself, why have you even done that shot? Like, surely you must have seen that in post and thought, God, that is garbage. Like, that really is trash. Like, that is the kind of special effect you would have seen like 50 years ago. Like, it was really fucking awful. So, but, enjoyable film, right? The mayor was a cunt. So wanted her to get a just comeuppance. But, when there was a bit where all of a sudden they were underground, they saw all the fucking shark babies, and I was like, fuck me. Like, that shark's on a scale I've never seen in films before. And then when they're in the Seine and fucking there's tons of sharks and they're all gonna get eaten when they're swimming on their trout. I was like, hey, this is a good shark movie, man. There's good. There's a bit of stuff to this. I think there was a bit of they foreshadowed what was going to happen by calling her Lilith, because like Lilith is like the first wife of Adam and she's like the first of her kind thing. So I never really like when they do that. What's it called? They're called dramatic irony or whatever. But good, enjoyable film. So I'll watch a sequel. I will watch a sequel of this. I just call this enjoyable garbage. Really, that's what this film was. So I'll probably give this like a 6, I guess, because I'd watch it again and I'd watch a sequel, but it was trash at the same time.
I think I get what you mean. MP, take it away.
All right. Well, I was a bit like Deej naturally as I started to watch the movie. I was like,
listen,
I must follow the Muad'Dib. I must follow the Muad'Dib. But as I started the movie, and I will let anybody out there know, this is a special movie. All right. The first little bit where you get introduced to the diving team and the setup of everything. Yeah, I was watching that going, oh, this is going to be a miserable hour and a half of my life. But then something happens in this movie that is fucking glorious. We get to Paris and we meet a team of law enforcement, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between. Forget about, I've been to New York. Forget the New York PD and their badassness. I've been to London. I can't speak for the police because they just mostly walked around and went, hello, what's all this then? But nobody compares to goddamn Paris River Brigade, because they're absolute badasses in the whole damn movie. They're riding their boats around. They're so awesome that they make U-turns in their boats in a fucking 15-foot river just to get to the other side. They get chased down by a girl on her bicycle. That's how bad they are, how badass they are, I should say. So, you know what they have to deal with in this movie? These heroes of France. You got the mayor that you mentioned earlier. Ooh, that mayor, God dang. Ooh, look at my triathlon. Ah, the sharks gave her what she deserves. Then they have to handle what were they called? The SOS, Save the Sharks, Save Our Seas. You were talking about the young lady who's possibly a vegan. Oh my God. You know what makes a really great bad movie is when everybody making the movie is just invested in this. This girl makes a speech on her phone. She's not crying, but she's got like the red tear. I mean, this is Academy Award winning stuff. If you ask me, everybody in France has to stop and watch it on their phones. It's impassioned speech, and she's holding back the tail. I'm like, I love this lady. And then we get to what really sells me for this movie and what I loved. And I will hurry, Hatch. I know you got a lot to say because we'll get in all kind of scenes. I don't give a fuck if it's good or bad, whatever. Anyway, we get to the scene where they're in the catacombs and we have the SOS with the 20 or what's her name, Mika. She swims out into the middle of the big water pit. And she has her Ace Ventura moment where she's like, it's not Snowflake, where she gets ripped in half by the Mako, this strong lesbian character. That's what the sharks do in this movie. You want to know why they use Makos, Deej? Because they are notoriously the most racist and homophobic sharks in all of the ocean. So they tear this girl apart, and in a movie that I don't know if you got the subtext, the historical subtext of this movie, but all of the young French people that were standing on ledges 5 feet from the water, as soon as their leader gets devoured by the sharks, they instantly dive into the water and surrender to the sharks and are eaten in a smorgasbord, or I don't know what the French equivalent of that is. But overall, I've watched this movie twice. It is really a great bad movie. And if you're a connoisseur, you know a good bad movie. And this is it because, like I said, everybody is invested in this movie. And I don't know if they realize that it is really shitty movie. So, you know what? Merci beaucoup to whoever worked on this movie. I give you a standing ovation. I love this movie. I am tempted to give it a 10, but I cannot do it. I'm going with a solid 7 because you know what? If you ask me to watch it again after this podcast, I will turn that bitch on and enjoy it all over again. This is French kiss. That's a 7.
Goodness.
It's all yours, Hatch.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen you so animated about a film before. What is this?
I did a bump of cocaine before I came on the show. So.
I'm hoping to ruin that happiness by mentioning The Acolyte in a bit.
Oh God, no.
I mean, this film
I'm
is
I'm out. Good night, everybody.
This film is B movie schlock, isn't it? Really, like it is just like, don't think about it, switch your brain off and just kind of just do it. Like, don't get me wrong, there were times when I was like, why the fuck have you done that? Case in point, the opening scene, you've just seen 4 of your divers deleted by a bunch of sharks, and your reaction is to jump in with a pair of goggles and a spear gun. I don't even know how she's still alive. Like, eardrums have burst. The sharks were like, nah, we've told them, like, let's go. And then obviously the only place that this shark can go is the fucking Seine. Why it can't go anywhere else? She's working at an aquarium there. I mean, I'm glad the shark, the film didn't go down the route of the shark was tracking her, you know, Jaws 4 style. Like,
Yeah.
I was glad about that. I was like, yeah, all right, fuck it. Let's just say it's a coincidence. Like, I'm on board. I'm here. I mean, I don't know. Like this, I can't help but get annoyed with some of the bits, like the story. I can't help. I get annoyed at dumb decisions. But I love a monster flick. I love any kind of like shark thing, even like the shit stuff. I actually don't like it when they laugh at themselves. I'm like, no, like,
Yeah.
be serious about it, sell it. Like, I'm with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I won't be rushing back to watch. I would watch it again, but I won't be rushing back to watch. And
Coward,
the sequel,
you coward.
yeah, 100%. The sequel, I'll keep an eye on. You know, I would watch it. I wouldn't, you know, I'd be like, okay, fine, I'll do more of it. I mean, even setting up the sequel don't make sense because, like, you haven't got more water than when you started. You've still got a river's worth of water. You can't. But I mean, the amount of dumb shit in this film is unreal, and I can't wait to talk about it. There's a lot of dumb shit. But yeah, I mean, it's just you can't view this film and take it the same. You can't look at like Gladiator or Aliens and then compare this up against it because in every single way it is less. It is less, but it is the type of film that is probably just about more than the sum of its parts. I can't give it more than a 6. I can't give it more than a 6. But it was fun. It was fun at times. The right people got their comeuppance, and yeah, I'm gonna go for a 6 because it's Yeah, 100%. I can see people watching this film and being like, "That was the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah.
I have no interest. And 100%, I would get behind you, and I would say, "Yep, I think that 1 out of 10 is valid." But yeah, if you're into shark movies and you're just like, "Fuck it," do you know what I mean? This is exactly what Netflix mean when they want a 2-screen movie. Just like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. They're getting eaten now. Don't worry about it. So there you
I don't
go.
see how you could watch this and not be entertained.
I
don't-
don't.
Yeah,
I don't-
I
don't
agree.
either.
I agree. And entertainment value is high, but yeah, if you need
Trash value
you
is
know,
high as well.
yeah,
Garbage
trash value,
value
yeah.
is garbage
wish-
value is extremely high.
Yeah,
the
it
people
was.
that
It's like- it's
made,
the size of France if you know go to the Pacific.
those what was it, Statham
The-
movies, The Meg or whatever. That's
Yeah.
I wanted those movies to be like this. This movie didn't hold back. It was like,
Yeah,
fuck
I
it, we're gonna
actually-
eat everybody on the goddamn screen. Oh, I'm sorry, fellas. I
I actually
I
enjoyed
don't
the
mean to
Meg.
blaspheme. I apologize.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the Meg.
Yeah, but because I mean, it's a
fucking love
fucking
a giant
again.
shark.
Listen, fucking big sharks going around eating people. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost it's hard to get a shark film wrong, you know, because like just
Meg 2.
fucking sharks eating people. Yeah, even Meg 2, which was like it was garbage. I still enjoyed it. It's because it's a big fucking shark, isn't it? Like, but this was, I don't know, this was different though, right? This wasn't like, you know, like Deep Blue Sea and Jaws and the Meg, where there's just a couple of things. That this was the whole, oh, it's a new species, and then there's fucking millions of them, and like they're a virus spreading throughout the world now, essentially. Like that's kind of a different take. We've not really seen that before. That bit when there was all those sharks swimming around, like when they were underground in the
Yeah.
catacombs. That was like that scene did get me a bit like, oh, fucking hell, man.
That is
that
good
many
when
sharks.
it turns on a red light and boom, there they
Yeah.
are. I was like,
I liked all the
"Ooh."
underwater stuff. I thought it looked really cool, especially like you said, with the trash in there and there'd be shadows in the background. I was like, that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Those
was good.
effects
That was
were
good
alright,
effect.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. I don't get it. Like sometimes the effects were all right, and then all of a sudden they were
Yes.
absolute trash. Anytime a shark came out of the water and bit someone, it was absolute garbage. Like it's
Oh,
really,
I've,
really
um,
dreadful
When the
stuff.
blue haired girl got ate, that was one of the worst shots I've ever seen. But I
Oh,
laughed.
really dreadful.
Oh, I laughed.
I have
Really
I've got a theory about why that was the case, right? So I reckon they were given like these tiny small areas of the river that they were allowed to film. You know, Netflix come in and be like, look, we need some of your river, and then you know, like whatever, the realistic mayor would probably be like, oh yeah, okay, money. But I reckon they had like a small amount because in the background of a couple of scenes, right? And this is the kind of shit I was doing. I was looking in the background, and there was just people going about their day. And in the river, you've got Adil, who's our police officer, and Sophia. Like they're like, oh my god, we're gonna get out. They're like, you know, frantically trying to swim. This is right at the end when the boat has been flipped by Lilith, the big shark, and there's people in the background like who are in view of what's being seen, just going about their day. 100%. It was like, right, you've got this tiny small bit here, but you can't really do much with it. So
Well,
I think they were like, fuck it. Now we're just going to have to like try and make a splash, and
Well,
then
maybe-
later on we'll put the shark there.
maybe those people knew that was the River Brigade down there, and they had their faith in the River Brigade to stop these sharks. So they were like, you know what, just
I
carry
would.
it. They've got it. They've got it.
Listen, if a police officer that handsome turns up at my door, I presume he's going to solve my issues just based on how handsome he is. That's it.
Man, I am in
With-
love with the River Brigade. Did
Yeah,
you
there you
notice?
go.
Did you notice that when everything was blowing up, the bald-headed girl, she was steering the boat, and they were just sitting there, and then something blew up, and she did a complete 360 just to come back and go, "Oh my god, it blew up!" I was like, "Why did she just do that?" It was so hilarious.
Going right to the beginning. I know I mentioned it in my little review there, but like, what the fuck was she doing? I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like everyone's
With
been
goggles.
fucking
Like what? Yeah.
fucking
What were you
mangled.
gonna do? You're
Yeah,
gonna free
exactly.
dive. What you're just gonna free dive? I mean, I'm not being funny. You are correct. Right. Then, that's it. The most unrealistic thing in this entire fucking film, right, was when she got dragged down by that fucking shark,
Yeah.
right? And somehow, right, I mean, she got dragged down for like about 10 seconds, and this shark is fucking caning it down, and she's fucking. You're thinking, "Fuck me, the pressure is gonna kill her 100%."
Yeah.
And then even she goes up, she's gonna get that fucking nitrogen poisoning or whatever, blah blah, right?
Yeah.
And it's
So
dragged
no,
her
you
down. I
wouldn't
mean, can
get
see
the
water.
nitrogen
Water.
poisoning. You
Why?
wouldn't get the because you're not breathing down there. If you are diving with a tank, then you'd get it.
Yeah,
If
but
you go,
she's still got
if you go
she's still
deep
got air in her lungs, haven't she, and all that. Like,
so you'd get the pressure. Well, no, the air was probably knocked out of her lungs. I actually quite like
but
that they did.
either she drowns or
She's unable
drowns
to
it.
equalize. She's unable to equalize, so the
She's either
pressure
got
in
no
her
air.
ears, pressure in her ears builds
Yeah,
up.
she's either
and
got
so
no
that's
air.
That's
She's either
what
got no
bursts her
air or
eardrum.
she's got air, right? One way or the other. She either expels the air so that then the pressure doesn't get her, or she fucking doesn't, and then she. But either way, the point being, the point being, she gets fucking drilled into the water at like fucking 1,000,000 miles an hour, so far fucking down. Like I was literally like, Jesus Christ, she is. I was like, she's dead. She's gonna die. That's what this opening scene is gonna be, one where they all die, right? And then all of a sudden, then when she cuts herself and gets free, and she's basically at the surface. I was like, hang on, this shark is fucking basically taking you to the bottom of the ocean.
I was like, your
Your
ears are bleeding. Your ears are bleeding. You got blood coming out your mouth. So like they're obviously coming back because now you're bleeding. And then next thing it's like, do you know what? For the first few scenes, right? I thought it was the one who was left on board. Because I know she like, changes her hair and shit as well, doesn't she? So for the first like few minutes, I was like, oh right, so that's the one that lived on the boat. And then it's like, oh, my husband. And I was like, oh no, it was the fucking. I thought I was like, oh right, is she gonna come back in and she's deaf or something? Because her eardrums went.
Yeah, they never really played into that, did they?
No, yeah, your eardrums can just burst, having been taken down, and then you're fine. Apparently,
you're fine. Wow.
No, she was dead, boys.
All that candy.
I mean, I have perforated an eardrum before, and I am. Well, I'm not 100%, am I? I'm never 100%.
I'll tell you this, boys. She's dead.
That makes so much sense.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
She was dead, boys. There's no way. There's no way she survived that.
I'm actually a walking. I'm a walking example. You know, they say you got two ears, so you listen twice as much as you speak. Well, I've only got one because of the perforated eardrum.
Now it all makes sense.
So there you go. There you go. I'll do as much talking as I listen.
Oh well, I apologize. I didn't know I was dealing with someone with a handicap, or handicapable, I should say.
Yeah, I mean it makes parking easy. Like, sorry, you can't park here. What?
Huh?
Yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah. I was like, what? Why do that? Why has she jumped in? You don't even need that scene.
Well,
you genuinely don't need that scene. You could. I wouldn't mind if she went to the bow of the boat and like just started fucking shooting off thingies into this shark or something. I'd be like, yeah, okay. And then it flashes forward. But like,
what did she think she was going to do with that weapon as well?
Oh,
like,
honestly.
as far as she knows, there's basically a feeding frenzy going on down there. She's
Right.
gone down with like one little spear. Like,
What
what the fuck was she going to do?
Yeah.
She was going to intimidate them.
guys-
Whoa, easy, lady. Put that down. Put that down.
Guys,
Let's talk this out.
Don't make any sudden moves apart from that giant sudden movement you've got to do with that fucking pointy stick. Yeah, don't antagonize her by stabbing her, which is exactly what you're going to do. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
exactly.
I
But
also love
most
as
of
well the
characters in the
film.
movie all go, well, sharks aren't dangerous. Sharks aren't dangerous. They're fine.
Absolute mad. I love as well. The film's just like she's in the Seine. No explanation. She's in the
No,
Seine. She's there
no.
now. That's where she lives, guys.
It doesn't matter.
That's a hell of-
We don't need an
That's a hell of a
explanation.
swim. That's a hell of a swim.
Yeah, it was.
That's a hell of a swim, Wes. From Hawaii to France.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Seriously.
you've gone past the South African point where there's just seals in abundance and food as far as the eye can fucking see or swim. But no. I want to go to a dirty fucking French river where I can eat like fucking foot-long mackerel.
Dirty
I don't even
French
know.
people.
I don't even know what
Also, like,
would bring you there?
what? So she gets there and has a kid, right?
Yeah.
But so are we to think that she hasn't had any other kids on the way? Like, why has she gone to? I may have missed this. Maybe they explained it, but why has she gone to the set
I don't think they do.
specifically to have a kid?
They-
So, like,
they
because
don't
I was
explain
thinking
anything
she
in this
probably,
movie.
well, maybe would she not have had like fucking tons of kids on the way? Like, basically, the oceans are now just at the rate they breed. Basically, the ocean is now 99% shark. There's no water left.
Especially,
Like,
well,
you
you
just have to
gotta-
walk across sharks.
You can walk, exactly,
You can walk
yeah.
from England to France now, just on the bodies of dead sharks. Like,
basically, Deej, look, it's quite scientific, so I won't get into it. But climate change can happen within the space of 6 months,
That's right.
and evolution is not what Charles Darwin thought it was. It's not natural selection. It's basically like you need something. If you believe enough and you want enough, then you can do it. You know, if the giraffe wants to get that high fruit,
Yes.
all he's got to
there
do
is a
believe.
theory. There is a theory that essentially, if you throw like a couple of packets of crisps, empty packets of crisps into water, it will make fish evolve differently. That's like a real thing. Like fish can entirely change the genus, their genomes, their DNA, their everything, just because of the presence of human man-made plastic.
What, in the space of 5 minutes or what?
Like less than that, like 30 seconds. Like
Okay.
that's real science.
Is
That's
it?
right. I learned that with-
I mean, you said there's a guy who's come up with a theory about it. I mean,
Yeah.
is
That's real science. That's what.
Let's-
I don't know.
Look at the beauty of this
this-
film. Look at the beauty
The
of this
science
film.
the science is based on the film, obviously.
Here we are, normally just bashing each other through these reviews, and now we're talking about these theories of evolution and climate change. Look what this movie has done to us and elevated
Listen,
us.
you will get educated. You come to the Just Go Watch for a film review. Nuh-uh. We're going to do
You're
some
getting
serious
so much
education.
more right now. So
Yeah,
much
disclaimer,
more right now.
Disclaimer: don't ever repeat anything you just heard as if it might be fact, because
Yeah, if you're listening to this doing some sort of like biology paper, then no. Don't. This isn't going to help.
Oh man, that was just the information I needed. I'm gonna get an A now.
That's what Hatchie said. That's what I put in my report.
They told me. They told me.
Them
Yeah.
bastards. Them limey bastards.
Oh, damn English.
Yeah. Also, like,
and I
there's a load of sharks, right? Just dump a load of fucking like fresh meat at the entrance to the river, like by the ocean. It'll go there, right? They actually have the buckets of chum on the boat, and they're like, "Whoa, be careful with that." And I was like, "Okay." That never see
I'm
that
not
again.
being, mate, I'm not being funny. Yeah, if you've got a bunch of sharks in a river as small as the Seine or the Thames, right? I mean, they're big rivers, but like if you've got that many sharks packed into something that small, with the amount of like technology we have in terms of dams and things like that, do you know how easy it'd be to cull them?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not like the threat is not quite as big as I think as the film leads us to believe. And like I said, I don't want to fucking swim in the Thames anyway. Get some fucking listen. I get that people do triathlons, right? But I couldn't give a fuck. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, get rid of some of them people anyway. Let's get back to the days of real weightlifters. Yeah, enough of this CrossFit triathlon shit. The sharks can eat them, right? And then I'll be able to go into the gym and get on the bench machine properly about the guy who's there fucking lifting like 20 kilos for 40 reps with his fucking shit bouncing technique. Couldn't give a fuck about him. So let him get eaten, cunts.
I get the pump.
I won't have the CrossFitters, sort of coming in here with the triathlon talk, right? They're a different breed, the CrossFitters.
Yeah, they are.
They are not.
They are.
They're not of this ilk. Yeah, I don't think it's that big an issue. The sharks being there. Also, like, what are they doing? Are they fucking sneak attacking? Like, this is a 7 meter long shark. How is no one reporting this? So, I mean, how do you even know it's a shark? He's got a fucking great big chunk out of him. What do you mean?
Exactly.
What do you mean? How do you think it's a shark? Like, you've got someone there, like, look, I have a beacon. The shark is right fucking there. Throw a stone, it'll bounce off the fucking top of the shark. Like, the shark is 5 meters away from us. Like, nah, we don't believe
I don't believe that. We got to go down and look. We got to see.
Yeah,
and then they turn on the sonar after they get back in the boat. They turn on the
I didn't
sonar.
realize. What do you mean you didn't know? You had sonar all this fucking time and you didn't
Why don't you
fucking
just
use
use
it?
that?
Like,
I like that they loaded the boat up and they sped out to it. Like I said, that girl with the bicycle catches up to them, which just made me laugh uncontrollably. And then they get there and they pull up to the side of the river with their staff. I'm like, you could have loaded a truck, drove over there, and all this drama from the River Brigade.
yeah.
I like the fact, I like the fact, right? Imagine this in real life, right? Your usual fucking just bog standard police, right? These are box, river police fair, but just bog standard police, right? And someone says, I think, yeah, I'm just, don't believe me or not, but I'm telling you, there is a 7 meter long, like, great white shark in your fucking river, just so you know. And they're like, well, okay, we're gonna have to swim down there and check it out. No, no way, fucking no way, man. Someone tells you there's a fucking shark there, right? Then you fucking, I don't know what you do. You get fucking nets in there. You get fucking all the whatever. What you don't do is send someone down just to have a look. Like, fucking imagine that. That's like someone going, "Oh, yeah, bro, just so you know, yeah, there's a fucking Bengal tiger in my house." I don't believe that. I'm just gonna go in and check. Yeah, do you know what I mean? No, that's fucking not what you do, bro. That's
Not
what
only
you
someone
do.
tells them that, but the head of the shark division of the local aquarium, the shark expert, tells you that there's a shark in the river,
Yeah,
and you're still like,
guarantees
you're
you.
crazy.
Guarantees you, literally guarantees it. Says I can guarantee you that there is a shark in there. And they're just like, yeah,
But
man.
not only that, she's like, look at this fucking map. This is the beacon from it. Look, I am a legit like biologist. Look at my stuff on YouTube. You can see the stuff. Like I'm not making this shit up. Like, yeah, just turn the fucking sonar on.
Turn
Yeah.
the sonar. That's all you had
Yeah,
to do.
but it's not even like they don't believe her. Like they're a bit skeptical. But the ones that go down are like, yeah, we just need some seed to make sure. Like, no, what do you mean, man? Listen, if I think there's a 0.1% chance there's a fucking 7-meter long mako shark in any body of water, right? That I'm even remotely near, I won't go in there, man. If you told me, if I was on a fucking beach and you told me there was a shark 50 miles away, I wouldn't be going in that fucking ocean, let alone in this tiny little river. Oh, yeah, we're just going to swim down this murky river where we can't see fuck all. And someone is literally looking at it on a fucking sonar. They're telling you, it's not like you're like, you don't know it's there. It literally is there. And you're like, hey, us three just gonna go down there. Like, what? And do what, bro? And do fucking what? Like, fucking hell, man. Like,
Well,
no
what they
way.
would probably do is they'd probably draw their firearms because, as everybody knows, bullets
Bullets
can
go through
travel
water.
through water.
100%.
They can travel through water as well as they can through air.
That's fact.
That's the
That is
known
fact.
fact.
Well,
All firearms.
the French army, they gave it to him at the end there. They lit him
Yeah.
up. They even had the
Yeah,
50
yeah,
cal
yeah.
sniper rifle out there taking
Yeah.
them out.
Listen. What you want to aim for in real life, right? Is a bigger bullet at a more acute angle to the water, and you're guaranteed penetration. That is a fact. All this nonsense about bullets bouncing off water and all that is nonsense. That's not real. I've seen it in too many films for it to be a lie. Yeah, bullets travel through water as if it was air. That's just a fact. That's just a fact.
And
This
if
is
you
such
can,
an
if you can
educational
actually,
episode.
if you can get your boat with another boat to go in a constant circle, you actually, what you do is obviously the barrel has that kind of, spiral effect, and what you do is you enhance that to allow greater penetrating power in water
And increased accuracy.
and increased accuracy. Yeah. You won't
Yeah.
get dizzy. You won't get dizzy from the thing as long as you're in
Do
that
you know what I
one.
loved about that scene as well? Yeah, you got guys with like fucking, I can't remember exactly, but there's like guys with machine guns, guys with like mounted guns, I think, and then you got like the one random cop who's just got a handgun firing into the water. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you on this fucking boat in this role? And you've just got some fucking little handgun that you're firing into the water. Like, your guys with
I'm
50
helping,
cows
guys.
can't do anything, but your little handgun's gonna do it. Come on, man.
It was one step
guys,
away
I
from a
helped.
triathlon
I'm
person
here.
with an RPG. Just on the side. Oh man.
Man.
I really liked the intelligence of the sharks. Like, for example, when they were down underneath them, right, and they were setting the explosives, the sharks seemingly knew who had the explosives, and they knew
Yes,
to
they
attack
did. Yes,
the
they
person
did.
with the detonator. That was really quite something.
Yes.
The guy's like, "Yeah, I've got it now. I'm gonna set it off." Nah. Oh no, the detonator. I'll go get it. No, there you go. There you go. Sharks
These
know.
are- these
That
are
guy,
highly
that guy
evolved,
got
highly
chewed.
evolved.
That guy got chewed up, man.
He did. He did. He was
Alright,
screaming
really.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a bunch of them come after him.
Oh, I think he
Yeah, a
took
couple of
breath
them
at
were
one
alive
point.
for a while.
Yeah.
One guy was getting eaten for like fucking ages, man. He
Yeah.
was just like screaming. I was like, "How are you still alive, bro? Like, how are you still alive?" Like, that is
How
terrible.
is-
Like the one good thing I would think, if there is the one saving grace of getting eaten by a fucking ravenous pack of hungry sharks, right, is that ain't gonna fucking last long, yeah. And this guy's there for ages, like, I don't know what are these sharks doing, man. Like, fucking somehow they're taking bites and managing to avoid every major organ he's got. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they've missed his air supply. They've missed his mask, so he can perfectly enunciate his scream, take
They're
a breath,
cruel.
and go again.
Rule.
Bastards.
I'm like, don't worry, it's gonna be over soon. It's right. It's gonna be over soon, right? Don't worry. Just
Yeah.
stay. Just
The
stay
police-
over
the
soon. I
police-
promise you.
The police officer there is just like shaking his head, like the amount of times I've seen that happen on the River Brigade. It's not a good way to go.
Another bad day for the River Brigade. I like when the hero and I can't remember the main lady's name. They finally emerge
Sophia.
from the water, and they're like 15 feet from the boat, and the people on the boat are like, "Swim to us!" And shark infested ones.
Drive the boat.
"Swim over
Drive
here."
You fucking come here, mate. Oh man.
Bunch of assholes.
Can we talk about how water works and what happens when like bombs go off in the water? The bombs should never have gone off, by the way. Like, how many bombs are in the Seine? I would love this. If you know anything about this, I might have to Google this
Live
afterwards,
bombs.
but, like,
Live bombs.
how
as
many
well.
live World War II bombs?
Not even
are
like
in the
not even
Seine?
like unexploded bombs where just like you're like, oh, we need to get rid of them because if someone was to like blow those bombs up, then there's some explosive material in them that could still explode. These are functioning bombs, man.
Yeah,
Literally,
man.
like one person who's like fucking, I don't know, like fucking dragging something behind his boat. Yeah, I don't know, like fucking some malfunction of a cable or something that falls into his water. Fucking hits one of these fucking shells and sets off like basically a chain reaction that fucking takes out half of Paris. Like,
You
are
wouldn't
you
even need that.
serious?
All you need, like, you get a fat enough bloke do a cannonball. That's going to send the motion off. The triathlon, you know, if you get a bloke there who's not really trained and he's just like, oh, I'm just here for the banter, really, you're in trouble.
Imagine that.
There's
Some
no
Al
way.
Qaeda bloke's like, we need to carry out a new attack. We need something complex. And the other guy's like, no. I come from Paris. There are bombs all under the Seine. All we must do is swim down. One of us, one man, and we can take out the entirety of Paris. Like, are you joking? Are you seriously joking me? You're going to
yeah.
leave fucking that level of artillery just unfucking claimed.
They at
Made
least
have
set
this
it
idea
up.
better. You could have the terrorists like, "What will we do?" And then just some dude run by, cannonball.
Yeah, I mean, at least they set it up right. They set it up.
They did do
nicely.
that.
So I'll give them points for that. I mean, that would have been even more hilarious and ridiculous if they'd just been like, "Oh, by the way, bombs."
Yeah,
I thought they
I'd
were going
plug
to
in.
use. I thought
By
they were
then
going
I
to
was
use the
buying
bombs.
everything.
I thought they were going to use the bombs. Like when we saw them early on, I was like, this is how they kill her. Nope, this is how they flood the city. Like that doesn't. I don't think that makes sense, right? So all the bombs go off, causes a tsunami, despite all the bombs going off in different places. It's not like it's all. Do you know what I mean? Like a big thing has happened and then it gets sent. The bombs are continually going off in a chain, so you haven't got like big mass, and then that kind of floods. It breaks its water. But then there's like still the river's still the same height, but there's also water in Paris.
Bro,
I don't know.
listen to me. I do not understand, right? Listen, I'm not gonna profess to be some fucking geography specialist, right? Or any kind of specialist when it comes to do with fucking landmass and how fucking the physics of water work and all that, right? But Paris is fucking in like the fucking middle of France. Well, not the middle of France, but like fucking it's hundreds and hundreds of miles inland, right? What the fuck has flooded? I don't know what has flooded. Like, where's that water come from? I don't understand. Like, you can't just like that the Thames, yeah, right? Can't just like fucking flood. You know, like there has to be an ocean or some body of water that for it to flow into. Like, what the fuck has happened just because of some bombs have gone up? Like, if I go up to fucking the middle of the Thames now and set off fucking a fucking bunch of dynamite, right, or something, it's not gonna fucking flood the whole of London. Do you know how much water would be needed to flood the whole of London? Like, you need a fucking ocean of water to flood the whole of London, and Paris is in the middle. What happened to all of the surrounding cities? Do you know the whole of fucking northern France would have to be underwater for that level of water to flood Paris? Like, what the fuck? I mean, listen, someone get in touch with me and educate me. Like, where has that water come from? What has happened there?
They will explain this in the sequel that some of the sharks evolved into like an engineering corps. And they went out while the main fight was going on, and they dug massive trenches and tunnels all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. It's simple stuff, Deej. Simple.
That makes more sense than what actually happens. I unlike you, Deej, I was so happy when that activist prick got eaten. I was like, fucking too right, you dumb bitch. Have it.
I was happy.
Fucking have it.
I just sympathised with her motives, innit? I sympathised with her motives, but she was so annoying. Plus, also, she done the cardinal sin of going, "Don't worry, the shark won't hurt us." Bro,
what
have you seen in this film that's indicated that the shark won't hurt you?
I was like, is this a parallel universe where like shark attacks are just like you never heard of it? They never made they never made Jaws, or at least it was never released in France. You know, didn't want to release it, and you just never seen any kind of movie. Just ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, but you might think now, right now, you might think a shark. Right, if I was in the water with a shark, I might think, oh yeah, look, face the shark. Sharks won't attack you. You know, like if they see you, you know, if you're looking at them, blah blah blah. It's normally mistaken identity, right? Blah blah blah. Right. However, if I'm in this fucking world where this shark has literally been around fucking eating everyone, and it's like I literally know that this shark has taken out a whole boat of people before, it's just killed a fucking random guy. I don't know how he ate that black guy. I don't know. Don't even know how he got that black guy in his book, right? But, like, I don't know what the fuck happened there.
He's
but
like jumped
somehow
out of the water to get in.
like, he's eating that guy, right?
Dog's fine. I was happy with that.
I did. Yeah, thank God.
I was worried.
I would definitely 100% be thinking to myself, right? Far from this shark won't hurt me. This shark absolutely will hurt me. This shark will categorically eat me if I'm in this water. Do you know what I mean? And if I die, I'm going to set off a cascade of brain failure of everyone else. All of a sudden, their legs aren't going to work. And they're all just going to fucking fall into water.
Beautiful. We're 5 feet away from the water, and everybody just falling in. I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
That
was what a ridiculous scene.
The cops are in there. Got to dive in. Oh, I was just laughing. The one guy gets his arm bitten off. He's got a little nub, but he's trying to swim with his nub. Oh, man, that is fine art right there.
There was that bit there. The police officer who goes in, who does eventually die, he like stays in the water and he's like, everybody swim to the side. Yeah, no fucking shit. Where else are they going to swim to? But he stays there while he's doing it. It's almost like this heroic last stand where he's just serving himself up. Like he's going to get, and then everyone, obviously everyone's going out there. And then the police officer like reaching. I was like, he's going to get pushed in. Yeah. Oh, he's pushed in.
Bro, do you know how easy it would be? Yeah. To survive this attack. Like, it's actually harder to die in this film. Yeah, it's harder to die in this film than it is to survive.
Just don't move.
Just literally, bro, get on any landmass. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not being. But what? Imagine a monster film where the only thing you have to do to survive, is be on the thing that you're on all the time. Like you're on all the. You have no need ever to go in the Seine at any time, and that's all you have to do to survive, right? And yet these people are like. Fucking, there's literally a side you can all walk on, and there's no problem. And you're all just like, I'm falling, I'm slipping, I'm in the water. Like, no, bro, you should have. The survival rate in this film should have been like 100%. Exactly. Like the only thing that had to happen for everyone to survive was people just be able to walk like normal, and a mayor go, do you know what? I might not have a triathlon where there's a confirmed man-eating shark. That's all that had to happen, and then there was no film.
No film. The sharks are just swimming around looking up, like, come on,
come on, man.
You just have to treat the Seine like a beach in Australia or something. Like, oh yeah, don't go on that beach. Why not? Oh, there's like sharks just off the shore. Oh. Yeah, cheers. Actually, cool. I won't do that. I won't go there. Are there crocs as well? No, just sharks. So, all right. So land is perfectly safe. Yeah.
I can't think of an easier film to survive than this. You know,
job done.
Like literally, like that. You know, most films, you're like, fuck me. If that happened in real life, what would I do? Like, if someone's like, oh my god, the Thames is flooded with sharks. I'd be like, all right. I'm just gonna carry on living my life though. I'm just gonna live. I'm just gonna
sitting on my couch in my apartment going. Whew, that was close.
I'm gonna literally just continue to live my life, and nothing's gonna change because I'm not gonna get a complete moron. I'm just not gonna swim in the Thames.
apart from being like a massive size of these sharks, which by the way is also never explained, apart from just climate change. Have they got any kind of increased intelligence? Is it a deep? No. They're just big. Oh,
can they walk? Do they grow legs? No. They're just in the Seine though. But they're in the Seine. Do you understand how terrifying that is? They're in the Seine. I'm like, no, bro. Like, I'm never gonna go in the Seine. Oh, but they're swimming to the Thames. Yeah, I'm just not gonna go in the Thames. I'm just not gonna go in the Thames, bro. Like, as simple as that. I'm just not gonna do that.
My life.
No, you are not appreciating the danger. No, bro.
How are we supposed to fish? How are we supposed to fish? Oh, can they get on boats now? Well, no. No. I mean, they might flip a small boat. Oh, my fishing boat's massive. Oh, you'll be all right then. Don't go in the water, though.
A new revenue stream. A new revenue stream is opening up because we no longer have to worry about the crisis of the shark population dwindling. And so there's shark fin soup everywhere. The people in China will be having national celebrations because shark fin soup is now something they can have every single day. like or fucking shark skin fucking jackets are now like on vogue.
Back in
You know, it's
style,
like it's great. The rich who have been banned from hunting foxes are now all of a sudden by statute, by parliamentary law, now allowed to hunt sharks in the Thames. Like, there's new tourism avenues open up. This is actually a positive thing
World
that's happened.
peace has been achieved through these
You can
sharks.
you can save the horses, you can save the hounds. Just have some rich guys in tunics with some spears by the side of the Thames.
Yeah,
you
there's-
go.
yeah,
you know what-
and
do you know
it is
what? I'll
literally
treat
like
you.
shooting fish in the barrel because there's so many of them. You just
I'll treat you. Have a crossbow. Have a crossbow.
Yeah.
And just aim it down. Aim it at the Thames, and you will hit a shark.
Yeah. There's no
No.
longer the international food crisis is no more because shark
Nope.
meat is so prevalent that literally we can send fucking absolute shiploads of shark meat to like poorer countries, and now everyone's getting their protein needs met and whatnot. It's just this is
I mean,
I know,
the
far from being a
irony,
disaster. This is a
the
good thing.
irony that like this is climate change has done it. They're adapting. Yeah, but like the reason we don't have gigantic animals like the Meg anymore is because they didn't have the food supply.
Yeah.
So you don't have an animal that creates at this rate, at this speed, and grows at this speed if they don't have the food supply. And like, I mean, I don't know. Is the Seine an abundance of various types of fish? I
Yeah,
mean, we see
fresh-
that
yeah,
one.
fr-
We see that one
freshwater
catfish.
tuna. Very prevalent in the Seine, of course.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm just not seeing the jeopardy here. I'm just not seeing it.
I don't
I'm
see
just
the
not-
issue. I'm fine.
I'm just not seeing the jeopardy. I'm just gonna continue living my life. That's just what I'm gonna do. You know? It's-
Push comes to shove.
zero
I'll just
issues.
desert. I'll just move to the desert and be fine.
Zero issues.
I'm
No,
not even gonna
I'll-
move. I'm just gonna live my life as it is now, as if and I'm not gonna be concerned about sharks in the Thames, man.
And
I'm just
if
gonna
they
st-
do
let the government
walk
sort
on
it out.
land, I'll know because I'll smell them coming up the street. I'll be like, oh shit.
yeah, I'll just
now they
let
can
yeah,
walk.
I'll just
Gotta move.
I can't think of anything less threatening than the shark that can walk on land either. Can you imagine it? Like no arms, it can only look up. Like it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first few generations, it's got to just be like basically a crawl. It's like a lizard.
Yeah.
A
No, if
lizard,
anything,
a
I can see
lazy
them being,
lizard.
I can see them being domesticated, and where us having like shark slaves in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
This could take a dark turn, right? So I'm going to stop this. But the point is, I don't see the
see
jeopardy.
You goddamn dirty sharks. Oh man, I mean,
Oh,
I don't.
what a film! What a film!
What a film. A masterpiece. It's a work of art.
I can't believe we've just said all of that, and like we're actually like, yeah, but watch it though.
yeah,
because
Yeah.
it's worth watching.
yeah.
Just,
No,
just
you
to
should
take
watch
it
it.
all in.
Yeah, yeah. This review would make me want to watch it because I'd just be like, this must be horrendous, gorgeous garbage.
Yeah, gorgeous
You know?
garbage is GG.
Mm.
GG.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so the
Yes.
producers and filmmakers of Under Paris, when you get a bump after this episode airs, we get a little cut of that, right?
We should do.
Oh,
Yeah,
we should do.
I'll speak to our Netflix contact who normally sort of lets
Get the
us-
legal team in here and let's hash this.
This
out.
this film is a classic case of what's the fucking phrase about you can't fucking something a turd, like dress up a turd, is that what you can't, whatever it is, what is it?
Sure.
You-
You can't
You can't
what's
dress
the
up a pig.
phrase? No,
You-
no, you know the one I mean, Hatch, innit? You
Yeah,
can
I
fucking-
do. I do.
you fucking-
Yeah,
Yeah,
polish a turd?
it's- you can't
You can't polish
a
the turd. That's it. You can't polish turd, but you can dress it up in like glitter.
You
and
can
stuff,
roll it in
make it-
glitter. You can't
roll
you
it in
can't
glitter,
polish the
yeah.
turd, you can roll it.
There
in
you
glitter.
go, rolling it. That's what this is. This film is absolute garbage. It's garbage in every way. Like it's the plot is ridiculous. There's no sense to it. Nothing is ever explained. The character motivations and decision making is dreadful. But when you put all of that fucking trash in together, somehow it makes this beautiful cocktail that you just
Yeah.
want. It goes down so smoothly.
If
So
you like a monster flick, ultimately there's people getting eaten, and it's this is for me. I imagine like this is why I can almost see why you enjoy the is it Friday the 13th films? No,
Halloween.
Halloween films. This is for me. Like I can enjoy this, but I can also objectively say this is poor.
Yes.
But I subjectively enjoy it. Whereas like the Halloween stuff, I'm like, no, I won't accept it for this genre. I'll only accept it if there's like some gigantic, horrible monster. I just fucking love. I love a monster flick. I love a monster flick.
Yeah, Michael Myers is a monster, but whatever.
He's not. He's a human. He's a human.
Yeah.
He's too. You
Wow.
know, give him an extra arm at least, then I might be interested.
Give him a third nipple.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Oh man. Well, listen. I mean, I don't. What more is there?
What else?
What more is there to say about this one? Fucking hell, we ran it on for almost an hour about this. It's
I'm not going to change my rating.
I'm not going to
change my rating.
Nope,
Oh,
nope.
I could do. Like, you could easily say I could say to someone, look, similar to my horror scale, yeah. If there's a gorgeous garbage scale, right? If there's a fucking piece of trash B movie, but that is great. This is a king of the B movies type film, you know. So like, if you love B movies, this is an easy 9.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
In the general realm of films, this is a 6 all day long. But
I would even
it's-
say that in the general realm of films, this is a 2 or a 3. However, you go
The
into
enjoyment.
it, yeah,
Yeah,
there are levels.
yeah.
There are levels. This is a pure. Like I can't quantify for you. Like I can't say, oh my goodness, the script was just, and the cinematography, that one scene, oh my goodness. Like there is none of that. There is none of that there. There's no interesting bits of dialogue. This is all like, oh my God, the sharks are gonna eat them. Like, that is the content. That is what this is. My biggest thing I would say for this film is make sure your phone is fully charged. So you can
because you
be
will
on your
look at
phone
your
at the same
phone every
time.
now and then.
I
The old
disagree.
two-screen.
Once it hits Paris, I was glued to the screen.
Yeah, I must admit, I was never bored, and I was never on my phone. But it's not a great film, but it is a wonderful film at the same time.
Yes.
So like, that's just what it is. Like, it's a 6, but I give it an asterisk, a 6 asterisk.
Yeah.
The asterisk being is
Yeah.
fucking glorious.
Yeah.
But shit,
the beauty
go.
is that
Yeah,
they,
see, my
they made a
asterisk
serious
goes the other way.
movie that is bad.
yeah,
There's no
my
winking
asterisk
at
goes the
you.
other
No
way.
one was like, wink, wink. We're just fucking around. No, they were like, we're gonna make a serious movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So is
this
anyone
what we
changing their
got.
rating?
No.
No, mine has a heavy asterisk to it that basically says this is a 3, but it's not.
It's a 3, but it's also a 10. So it's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically it. Because do you know what? When I thought about, I thought about. I hate to bring it up, and I hate to drone on more. But The Interceptor, which was also garbage, took itself seriously, as does this,
but was still
just
garbage.
it just misses the mark. That's
just
garbage.
pure garbage.
And I
Just
actually
garbage.
still resent you a little bit for forcing me to go to a 2 and not a 1.
No, don't start me on that.
As
Don't
much as
start
you
me on
resent
that.
me for giving us a 4, I resent you for not allowing me to give it
Don't
a
start
1.
me on that. No, that was trash.
What do
MP,
you
you
reckon?
changing your?
I don't think he is.
Hang on, are you changing your rating, MP?
No. I'm
So
I'm
officially,
solid 7. A solid
This
7.
is a 6.3
Okay.
on the JGW scale.
It's too low. Too low.
What do you think? What do you think Rotten Tomatoes is saying?
Oh my god, this
Oh
is.
god.
I really don't know. Oh my god, I've got no idea. Audience score. I really don't know. Fuck me. I'm gonna say. The critics seem to have liked it. Right? I'm gonna say 80 and from the audience 90.
Oh.
So 80 and 90.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I definitely can't go that high. Let's see. Critics. Oh God, who would be higher, the audience or the critic? Oh, that's tough. How about a 70 for the audience and a 50 for the critics?
Okay, I actually prefer it when you give me the critics first and then the audience. Otherwise, I get
Oh,
confused.
Jesus.
So
Jesus.
the critics 66, higher than I thought they would, and the audience is 31.
Wow.
31.
Wow. So they
Yeah.
watched it.
Wow.
Shit.
We're never higher than the audience.
I
Fuck.
know it.
There you go.
Well, tickle my ass and call me Jane. That's that's really shocked me. Well, there we are. Listen, well, look, once again, Rotten Tomatoes, who keep approaching us to become official Rotten
Yes.
Tomatoes critics. Now they heard our request and now they can't
Yes.
stop bothering us. Once again, we've proven why we should probably accept that invitation because that's garbage, boys. That is garbage to say that
No.
this is not a 32% film, boys.
Let me
No, no way.
let me just read one of these reviews from. This is one of the audience reviews. This is Lurkai. He's give it a 1 star. He says, "Please do not watch this movie. I had to consider for a solid 10 minutes if I'd bleach my eyes or just drink it. Anyone with half a budget and talent could have done a way better movie. Absolutely no thrill, no suspense, no story, and worst case above all, the end is non-existent." Oh, what a sentence! I had to consider for 10 minutes if I'd bleach my eyes or just drink it. Fair play, mate. And do you know what? I can't actually disagree with what you've said, but yeah. Another guy. I'm angry with myself for watching it all the way through. Yeah, well, listen, that was
Not good at all. I only gave it 2 stars. Not good at all. I only gave it an extra star because the sharks do kill all the annoying characters. Whoever wrote this definitely does not like humans.
yeah. I mean,
Oh my god, someone gave it a half star.
Oof.
I don't know.
A
I've seen
half
that.
star.
God.
No.
Yeah.
Bad.
But I mean, look, I think I was in a chilled mood when I watched this, and you have to
Oh,
be. You can't go in expecting much. I didn't
Hatch.
expect much. I saw the trailer and I was
Don't
like,
do that, Hatch.
okay.
Don't pander. Don't pander, Hatch. You just say, look, these people are wrong. You go in and you enjoy it. I don't want to be around these people who gave it. I don't want to sit with someone who will watch that movie as a half star because they hate every movie.
I don't know if I
Unless
can
it's
tell
some
you
art
that.
house movie that's in reverse and the
Mm.
characters walk on their hands through the whole movie. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know where I was going with that. I got lost right in the middle of it.
Well, look, that was Under Paris, 2024, out on Netflix. Give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. Have a few beers first, and put it on, and just
Bask in the glory that is
Yeah.
Under Paris.
Yes, exactly. But as every time, there's only one way that you are going to know what you thought, and that is. I was really hoping, Deej, that you were going to come in French and do it in French, but
Oh, that's such a missed opportunity.
it is, isn't it?
Broken my heart, that is.
It
Yeah,
is.
do the whole thing. Do the whole thing again.
All right. But of course, as
But
always,
like,
there's
don't half-ass it. Like, do it like properly. Right?
No, but of
Do it-
course,
do it-
as always, there's only one way that you're going to know what you think, and
No,
that
you didn't
is.
do it. You didn't do it from the beginning. I want the whole thing. Do it again
I thought
properly
that
from
was
the beginning.
beginning.
No, from the I want I'll give it the full thing. Yeah, our French audience deserve more than that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was Under Paris. Yeah, have a few beers, and just sit back and relax. But of course, there's only one way that you are going to know what you thought, and that is.
Va juste regarder, mon ami. À bientôt.
Yeah, worth it.